Hello everyone, Alexander here from X-Pro, and today we are going to compare finally V1 Pied Piper, as you can see, old version with a new version. And this is going to be a great video to explain the evolution of the product. So even this, I would say, is going to be one more iteration before final design. But difference between V2 and the V1, even right now in the video as you guys are watching, is day and night. Like, it's completely different. They're both done in 3D printing, but this one was just complete proof of concept. As you can see, the transmitter is much bigger. The whole front side of the device is plastic. There is no separate plate for the LCD, the controls, which right now we have it's aluminum. This one, the mesh looks weird. Here we completely eliminated the front mesh, and we have the mesh on the side for the air. It's amazing. So let's dive in. The V1 and the development evolution of the product itself before it actually hits the market, and before that injection molding and mass manufacturing is expensive. That's the first thing that everybody asks. How much is going to cost? It's really expensive. And not just design engineering work, but prototype and manufacturing. It's really pricey process. Here we had done everything from the industrial design concept you can see and you saw in other videos, all the way to right now prototyping version 2. So prototype 1 was really a dummy model, and there was a lot of improvisation trying to figure out how everything gonna work, connect, and then when we finalized that, the client had some input. And we took that input and added it in the V2. So V2 looks much better and works much better. The functional video is going to be published in a few days as well. We're actually showing you how this product works. Here, as you can see, we have one LCD screen. Everything is integrated in the front housing. We have off-the-shelf knobs from the MacMaster. Some components are similar or same as here, but overall it's cheaper. It's faster. It showed us what we need to find out, and it helped us in development of the version 2. As you can see, it broke on the multiple pieces to the transport. That was our main issue with this unit. It broke everywhere because the shipping company was not really taking care of it, but also it was dummy prototype. So we wanted to know the function, more or less how it looks, but to see if it works. One piece of mesh is missing here, but it's very similar to this one. And you can see here it's a big difference. This one actually looks like something you will buy in the Best Buy or any other electronic store. And this is the transmitter, the speaker, right? Again, you can see the difference between version 2 and the version 1. Version 2 is much smaller, has a custom PCB. This one also has a custom PCB, but a lot of off-the-shelf components, and that's why we couldn't really make the housing very small, and it didn't work. This, the big gooseneck for the custom microphone really didn't work very well. And you can also see the screen. Like, look at the screen here and look at the screen here. Like right now we have a much larger screen. We have only 3 buttons, and here also we don't have any buttons at all, which is not really helpful. So it's much smaller. You can see the power button here is a regular power button. Here we have one small piece, and that's basically it. As I mentioned, we did everything here from the beginning to the end. So concept, mechanical, which is housing, the one that you see, and all the guts inside. So electrical boards, all the encoders and all that, everything is designed by us, manufactured by us, and assembled. In the previous video that I posted about this project, you can check it out, what's actually inside. There are some pictures on our social media, and you'll get much better picture how all this not works, but how we assemble it, everything, and what's inside the version 2. And I'm sure we have some videos, some pictures for the version 1, so you can compare it. Okay, let's jump into the version 2. As you can see here, it's done. Again, everything is 3D printing, but it's really big difference. This is 3D printed, and it's a Pied Piper logo on it. So how we do this is we 3D print, of course, part by part, except this board, that's aluminum, because holds all the electronics. So we 3D print all this we painted everything in black. Okay, and then we add a sticker. This is actually a sticker here, and then we just do a glossy finish. So the sticker, the paper, or how you call it, it will just stick on it without any grooves or anything. So it's really, really good. Usually how you do that in the mass manufacturing is you can either engrave it or you can do a silk printing the logo itself, which adds the cost. The mesh in the front, we got expired by the booze, the competition, right? So it's not the same, but we wanted a smaller mesh. And as you can see here, it's a big difference. Okay, the front side, depends how you take it, the back or front side. Here, let me turn this one around so you can compare it at the same time. Here, again, 3D print everything. As you can see here, we don't have anymore this big hole. Now the holes are on the side and they have a really nice mesh. It's in the arrow shape, which looks really cool. From inside, we have a aluminum mesh that protects from anything to getting in. And here, this is going to be a hook for the belt, because the idea is to wear this as a backpack. And the reason why we have a hose on the side is because if anybody places this in the back, it's going to be a cushion here. Then we're going to block the airflow. And you can see probably from the camera, the buttons and all these are indented inside. Again, if someone is carrying on the back, it's not really pushing buttons all the time. And it's going to have a lock feature, so you cannot accidentally press anything. So what's inside here? The brain. In the video before, you saw that we have the power board that connects to the speakers in the back and battery, the lithium battery. And then we have the brain, how I like to call it, this actual PCB that everything is attached. So we assemble the board, we place the PCB from the back, and everything is all in the PCB except the power button. Right now is off, there's no power, and this small nut here, whatever, and the LED pipes. Everything else is included already in the PCB board. And it's very easy assembly. There is a handle on top. So again, it's evolution of one product, literally from the sketch to the design concept to the engineering, electrical and mechanical, version 1, and version 2. And you can see the difference on the screen. Much more practical, better looking, and definitely works better. And here is our transmitter. And as you can see here, it's much smaller, which was original request. It has 3 buttons. It has this piece that rotates, and the power button, and the charging port. So as you can see, this is off the shelf. It comes off. And yeah, it's very, very easy for packing, for storing, and so on. This was a story about not just Pied Piper, but also about evolution or development of one product. I hope this makes your decision easier if you're gonna proceed with something after watching this video or not. But just keep in mind, this took us from the original request to the end of version 2, year and a half development. Concept, engineering, prototyping. Go back on the square one, concept, engineering, prototyping. It's not really square one, but almost square one. As you can see, they look similar, but not the same. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the comments.